It is a great honor for the Church of Jerusalem to host this historic event and to welcome guests from our city, our region, and around the world. Together with our brothers in Christ, His Paternity, Father Francesco, the Custos of the Holy Land, His Beatitude Patriarch Confront, the Armenian Patriarch, along with His Excellency Archbishop Pierre Batista, the Apostolic Administration of the Latin Patriarchate, we are witness to this day, which is a special day not only for us, but for Jerusalem and the communities that make up the unique and extraordinary multicultural, multi-ethnic and multi-religious landscape of the Holy Land. We hope and pray that the restoration of the sacred attitude will be an encouragement to restore the hope and peace of our mutual respect and coexistence by showing that the sacred etiquette is shared harmoniously by all. We are a witness that Jerusalem also can be shared harmoniously by Jews, Christians, Muslims, and all people of goodwill. Allow us, please, to introduce Professor Antonia Moropoulou, who represents the National Technical University of Athens, and who is in charge of the restoration works of the attitude of the Holy Tomb, that she will make a presentation about the completion of the work. And at the end of this presentation, we will have the joy to invite His Excellency the Prime Minister of Greece to deliver his own presentation.
Your all holiness, your beatitude, your paternity, your beatitude, your excellency, the Prime Minister of Greece, Agapite Alexi, Honorable Rector of the National Technical University of Athens, dear and excellencies, representatives of governments, ambassadors, my dear colleagues. I am honored today to present you upon the completion of the Holy Attitude Rehabilitation, our works. The historic initiative of His Beatitude, the Patriarch of Jerusalem, Theophilus III, was the reason that the National Technical University is here and undertook the responsibility with the consensus of the three communities to study the deformation of the Holy Attitude. Along with my colleagues, Professor Kores from the School of Architecture, Professor Georgopoulos from the School of Surveying Engineering, Professor Spirakos from the School of Civil Engineering, we studied the deformations of a unique monument, the monument of the Holy Attitude of the Holy Sepulchre, which is stemming historic periods from the Constantinian to the Byzantine, to the Crusaders period, to the Renaissance period, and we received it from the restoration of Komnenos, which was accomplished 2 centuries ago, deformed. The deformation was acute, and due to this, the English mandate at 1947 has installed an iron frame in order to sustain the Holy Attitude. The deformation was caused by the rainwater, which was precipitating from the open oculus of the dome of the rotunda. And developed not only decay and pathology, but developed serious structural problems. The integrated and interdisciplinary methodology to document, to diagnose, to propose the innovative diagnosis of the non-visible layers of the editor with non-destructive techniques, the ground-penetrating radar permitted us to design without having opened the slabs what would be the next step. The next step were architectural, historical, materials characterization, geometrical documentation, and structural assessment were acting as knowledge-based data to support the design of the rehabilitation. And the moment of the implementation started actually 1 year ago with the signature of the historic agreement between the three Christian communities: the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate of Jerusalem, the Franciscan Order, the Armenian Patriarchate. The implementation methodology, it was to raise funds from all over the globe to support our decision-making with scientific methodology, to work on site in a way that the pilgrims would continue to visit Holy Sepulchre, and to integrate our work with the decisions of the religious communities. This project became feasible because of the funding that was raised all around the globe. The Holy Edicle project raised a total of 3.7 million euros in funds, including the self-funding of the communities for their own expenses. This project has been governed by transparency and is expressing through me now our gratitude to the great benefactors who made it to become feasible. We had donations of 1,700,000. The World Monuments Fund, 1,150,000. Self-funding activities, 300. Communities cash distribution, 400. And Aegean Airlines, 160. The generosity to benefactors has to be expressed at the major level to Ioanna Maria Mika Ertegun, who is a great benefactor, and to Jack Shear through the World Monuments Fund. We have to express our gratitude to all donors, from the King of Jordan, Boris Sokol, to Siraj Fund, to Cap Invest. I cannot say all the names, there are many, from the international and from the national level, from Greece. But I cannot forget that 1 year ago, we raised the scaffolding written Attica Bank. That was the first donation. That was the donation of the Bank of Greek Engineers. And I wish to thank them very much. As far as many donations were arising from all around the religious communities around the globe. This is the project budget, and it is transparent, and it will be downloaded so that everybody could see every penny where it went. And it was governed through the committee that the three communities have established along with the project manager to agree and to implement any decision for cash out. The integrated governance of the project, the project owners committee, it was an absolutely innovative experience. They took the strategic decisions along with the Common Technical Bureau of the Holy Sepulchre and the project steering committee, which was executing the works, was combining managerial and scientific aspects. I want to tell you that without scientific support to decision making, every day's tough decisions to be taken would haven't been feasible. The scientific reports to the steering and the project owners committee with the responsibility of the National Technical University team reached with Professor Harris Mousakis on site, to inspect on site the works, was a tool for our decisions. And the challenge we had in front of us, the challenge was first of all to organize the construction site in a way that the pilgrims might visit it from the first moment. Only the 60 hours that the tomb was open, the pilgrims didn't go in. Another great challenge in sight of the iron frame of the British Mandate, we had to design and to install additional lateral supports. The pilgrims' flow and the safety line, which was with the agreement of the police, was a tool to organize everyday's life. The Conservation Lab, established and functioning in the Franciscan Gallery, was a space, a functional space for all the project, as well as the interdisciplinary scientific documentation and monitoring laboratory that is functioning in the two spaces of the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate nearby the Holy Tomb. The Greek teams of restorers and conservators worked day and night in order to accomplish this work with main steps dismantling and remove the stone panels after numbering them and placing them upon the Franciscan Gallery, removal of disintegrated and incompatible mortars, partial reconstruction of the masonry areas in order to address swelling, which was a main outcome of the deformation mechanisms, homogenization of the structural layers and consolidation of the holy rock by injecting compatible grouts, assessing whatever we were doing with non-destructive techniques in order to know, did we go on, did we accomplish effectively the grouting of the historic layers at all levels, and using the non-destructive techniques to evaluate whether we had to do one step ahead. Resetting of exterior columns. Here you might see the evolution from the Freeman report, the 1947, of the deformation of the columns, how we brought them slowly back to the vertical through all these reinforcement interventions and repair interventions I presented to you up to October 16. Reinforcement with titanium in order to reset the columns and in order to prepare the structure to receive back the slabs that were removed. Resetting and anchoring of interior marbles. Everything is stable and on site. Installation of titanium mesh to enhance the cohesion with the compatible concrete and mortar that we used in order to reinstall the stone slabs brought back from the Franciscan Gallery. Reinstalling the marble panels, optimizing the fillings with compatible mortar, conserving and repairing the dome. The 3D representations were a tool, a functional tool to work on it, which we supported with a metal frame after disinfectation, which was a huge story in comparison with the Agricultural University of Athens. Conservation interventions at the iron dome to bring back in life with color the dome you saw with the symbolic holes of transmitting the holy light. Conservation interventions at the dome of the tomb chamber, which is now able to receive the liturgies of the three communities. And of course, interventions at the dome of the Chapel of the Angel, which is now having the color of hope, the color of the sliding stone, the color which came back to life from dark. After cleaning interventions and protection interventions that were carefully planned and on site. Installing ventilation and dehumidification system in order to adjust the internal atmosphere and trying to install ultrasonic bird repellers to repel the pigeons. The aims at the core of the project were preservation of values, structural integrity, and sustainability. And upon completion of the project, we have to ask ourselves, what did we achieve? It's for sure that we achieved the structural stability. I explained to you, and here you might see at the end of February of 17, that we had all the columns at the vertical, and we had attained the level of 0 in the deviation of the columns from the verticality. Concerning the bearing structure, assessing and evaluating the layers of different materials with the convergence of geometrical documentation, materials engineering, and of course with the responsibility of the civil engineering in optimized numerical modeling and analysis, we could say that we had a very structure that could bear efficiently and homogeneously maximum principal stresses and that could address seismic risks in the area of high level of 0.8 G. After these results, we emancipated the Holy Edicule from the iron frame from 1947, exactly at the moment when the lifetime of iron was coming to its end, 70 years later. And from that moment and on, the Holy Edicule came to the hands of its religious communities. The preservation of values was a major and permanent challenge through opening the slabs, through revealing all the historic layers. We might witness and evidence all the history present, from Constantinian to Byzantine to Crusaders to Renaissance to Komnenos period up to date. And when we opened the tomb, an historical moment in this venture of rehabilitation, when we opened the tomb, we discovered a first slab, a gray slab, and above it, as you saw, the white yellow slab, which we studied, and beneath them, we studied the actual burial monument with non-destructive techniques, and we discovered its morphology. Its morphology is validating historic testimonies that the bedrock was cut and brought up by Constantine and Eleni. And when we measured by geometric analysis the joint mortars of the two slabs, we could reconfirm that the grey marble slab was from the Constantinian period. It was not open system, it was destructive. And the next slab, the yellow slab, the white yellow slab, was from a period between the early and late Crusaders period. And that is validating Beadle and historic testimonies saying that after the 1244, the destruction of the upper slab of the Holy Tomb, it was by pilgrims witnessed that at the 14th century, a new slab, this marble white yellow slab, was posed in this position. These measurements are validating that the Holy Tomb is the tomb that Constantine had revealed and crusaders were protecting. The Holy Rock was evidenced, and for the first time, the pilgrims through this window might visit the mortars within this morphology of the Holy Rock are witnessing Constantinian era Bonifacio restoration. And this is an evidence of continuity. The luminescence dating results in cooperation with the University of Peloponnese are having great accuracy and credibility. In revealing of values, the archetype material in front of us, the preservation of the existing gilding decorations without restoring them. We just kept a slight image of gold. But for the first time ever, we revealed and conserved the frescoes of the chapel of the tomb. And that was very important because when we went with his beatitude and his paternity, they didn't ever show in testimony these frescoes. The conservation of the Opus Sectile in the Chapel of the Angel is yet in place, and new values have been revealed through the conservation of the lower inner cupola of the Ionian Dome, the rainbow, the sun, the moon, the hope above the Holy Sepulchre. Komnenos restoration signature found at the southern eastern cornerstone of the Holy Edifice, writing 15th October 1809. That was found and that was reproduced in gold and was placed after reverse photogrammetry in order to estimate the ratio. And we are coming to the final goal, sustainability. Sustainability could be assured because we have compatible materials that are breathing, that do not induce anisotropy, and that are performing well in dynamic stresses. But the overall sustainability of the rehabilitated Holy Edicule, your gratitude, your paternity is at your hands. Because first of all, we need new pilgrims' attitude to the adoration of the Holy Edicule in order to sustain it. And we have expressed this to you, but we cannot go further. This is your decision and the culture to develop among the pilgrims. The most important that we are obliged to present to you is the risk from the rising dam and the structural risk from the underground environment, which we discovered during the works. When the infrared thermography showed that we have continuously rising damp from underground, which imposed to us to study by non-destructive techniques and to discover a world of channels, canals, extended excavations that are included, of course, as found by the geometric documentation, Adrianian and Constantinian structures, but at the same time, they are weakening the foundations and are endangering the structural stability of the Holy Rock and of the Rotunda pavement. The foundation problems and proposed interventions due to the steep slopes of the over-excavated Holy Rock, due to the presence of the old gravel buildings where the Chapel of the Angels is founded, due to the fact that the foundations have been, the mortar in the foundations has been degraded, and due to the major fact that the layer of cement concrete put above the rotunda in order, the pavement, which was underpinned by metal pins from the scaffoldings. Now, this metal is absolutely corroded, and the risk for a differential settlement of the holy edicule is there. We have to address it. We have to address it, and the study of the National Technical University of Athens with Professor Marinos and Kavadas shows the solution of peripheral drainage and ventilation, which will control the rising dump in a proper way through drainage pipes and through the installation of the proper network of the drainage of the rainwater system, which is drained down to the holy sepulchre, as well as the disposal of the sewages. In this way, all the vacancies, excavation systems of the edicule and the church will be managed in a proper way, and the preservation of the pavement will improve the area, which is now in danger. The new project will permit the flow of pilgrims during the pavement's conservation. The National Technical University of Athens, for the next 5 years, according to your decisions, will monitor the thermoelectric performance as well as the dynamic performance of the structure, and will permit you in the continuation of the works to support the holy edicule in its new era forever. The interdisciplinary documentation and monitoring lab, which is established by the three communities and is directed by the National Technical University of Athens, is active, and through the development of an information platform, a content-based data platform, will share its knowledge with all the world in a way that an innovation of layering various informations on the geometrical model for first time ever, the scholars will be able to work on the monument even years after its rehabilitation. The Holy Sepulchre is becoming not only a religious, but a cultural, education and research center. Undergraduate and postgraduate courses are occurring here and are having feeded by this material. Diploma theses, master theses, PhDs are worked around at National Technical University, and not only. And the dissemination is going on in Cyprus, in Euro-Mediterranean area, in this is the Euromed last October, in Jerusalem, at the National Conference of the Israeli Antiquity Authorities, at the International Conference of Archaeologists, in Rhodes, the beginning of the March, in front of the President of the Greek Republic, in Brussels, where this project has been invited to be presented as an innovative project marking future trends. The Holy Edicule is now a history of the world, is not our work. In this day, we are celebrating the completion of the works at the Holy Sepulchre. Your All Holiness, I was blessed by your support to come from Hagia Sophia to the Holy Tomb. Your gratitude, your paternity, your gratitude. I would like to express my personal gratitude, the gratitude of all the team at National Technical University of Athens to you for entrusting us with this unique work. I would like to express our thanks to administrative and financial services of the three Christian communities and the architects of the Common Technical Bureau Dr. Mitropoulos, Osama Hamdan, Carla Fellini, Irene Badalian for their cooperation. Honorable Rector of the National Technical University of Athens, Professor Ioannis Golas. We are proud to deliver today this challenging project with innovation, marking future trends in the protection of monuments as declared in Brussels 8 days ago by the representatives of the relevant Director Generals. We are proud because we work collectively and in open dialogue with Christian, technical, and archaeological authorities, exercising in practice the values and traditions of National Technical University of Athens. That means science with excellence, with integrity, and with the spirit of freedom and creation. We need to refer and acknowledge the valuable contribution of all the NTUA professors, scientific and education personnel, scientific collaborations who gave their best to this work. The scientific team of NTUA, more than 50 persons, and not only from NTUA, from other universities around Greece and from other organizations as well. Interdisciplinarity and management. Today we deliver completed and rehabilitated the Holy Edifice as planned and on time, with financial transparency and economy, with focal and instrumental the construction site management meetings, managed by the project manager and the scientific team, and with the participation of the workers. The restorers and masons team, who work with their hands, with their minds, with their heart, and with their soul, during day and night. Mr. Vasilis Zampiris, the head of the team, and of course you might see all of them, they are here, and you can applaud for them. Restorers and Your Excellency.
I want to say 2 words.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister of Greece, Mr. Alexis Tsipras, your presence honors us and highlights that this project has been accomplished by Greece, but not only, in cooperation with the 3 Christian communities of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, opening a new era in the unity of the Christian world and in the culture of peaceful coexistence of the area, in the area. Your continuous presence and interest in the Holy Sepulchre, your 4 visits, highlight the bridges developed between Greece and Jerusalem and the perspectives that other representatives and excellencies from the area are highlighting as well. From Jordan, Israel, Palestine, from Armenia, that here we are developing something broader. The Holy Edifice before and after rehabilitation, from darkness to light. Thank you, Gary, for this order. The Tomb of Christ is an alive monument that talks to all humanity. Our innovation only amplifies this voice. Thank you very much.
Restoration work of the 1956, because when they were terminated, we didn't have a ceremony. So η σημερινή τελετή είναι για όλες και αυτές τις εργασίες που είχαν γίνει από το 1958 και ύστερα. Τη Ροτούντα, το καθολικό, όλα αυτά δεν είχαν γίνει εορτές ή εγγένεια. Για μένα είναι που έζησε και τα είδα, είμαι ευχαριστημένος που αυτά είναι όσο και είναι ακόμα και για τις εργασίες που είχαν γίνει το 1956 και τις συμφωνίες μεταξύ των τριών κοινοτήτων.
Λίγο ησυχία παρακαλώ, συνεχίζουμε Τελετη.
Αγιότατε, κυρίες και κύριοι, είναι μεγάλη χαρά και τιμή για μένα να παραβρίσκομαι σε μια ιστορική στιγμή. Γιατί θεωρώ ότι σήμερα ζήσαμε μια ιστορική στιγμή, όχι μόνο γιατί είχαμε την χαρά να βρεθούμε στην τελετή ολοκλήρωση ενός σημαντικού έργου αποκατάστασης του Παναγιου Ταφου, αλλά και γιατί βρεθήκαμε σε μια κορυφαία στιγμή συνεννόησης και συνύπαρξης τριών χριστιανικών κοινοτήτων, που δίνει όμως ένα ευρύτερο μήνυμα συνύπαρξης και συνεννόησης σε μια πολύπαθη περιοχή, όπως η περιοχή των Αγίων Τόπων. Θα ήθελα να σας πω με ειλικρίνεια ότι από την πρώτη στιγμή που τόσο μακαριότατος Πατριάρχης Θεόφιλος ο Τρίτος, όσο και η κυρία Μοροπούλου με ενημέρωσαν κατά την πρώτη επίσκεψή μου στα Ιεροσόλυμα, στα τέλη του 2015, για αυτό το σημαντικό έργο, το είδα ως μια μεγάλη πρόκληση, ως μια συγκλονιστική πρόκληση, ως μια συμπαράταξη της επιστήμης και της πίστης, προκειμένου να αντιμετωπίσουν το χρόνο, την φυσική φθορά, προκειμένου να αφήσουν αλόβητο απέναντι στην αιωνιότητα ένα σημαντικό μνημείο της παγκόσμιας πολιτικής κληρονομιάς, αλλά ταυτόχρονα και ένα κορυφαίο σύμβολο της χριστιανικής πίστης, τον Παναγιο Ταφου. Είχα την τύχη να ενημερωθώ από την πρώτη στιγμή για το μεγάλη σημασία σε αυτό το έργο και να το παρακολουθήσω σχεδόν σε όλα τα στάδια υλοποίησής του. Τόσο με την ιδιότητα του Πρωθυπουργού της Ελλάδας, όσο όμως και με αυτή του μηχανικού. Και σήμερα έχω την τύχη να βρίσκομαι και στην αποκατάστασή του, την ολοκλήρωσή του. Είμαι ιδιαίτερα ευτυχής που η υποστήριξη, η ενθάρρυνση, η ταπεινή οικονομική συνεισφορά της ελληνικής κυβέρνησης έπαιξαν κάποιο ρόλο στην απόφαση αλλά και στην ολοκλήρωση του έργου. Πρόκειται για ένα έργο ενίσχυσης και ανάδειξης του Παναγιου Ταφου, της οικουμενικής ακτινοβολίας του, αλλά και του μηνύματός του. Ενός μηνύματος απαραίτητο όσο ποτέ, που αφορά την ανάγκη συνύπαρξης και συνεννόησης, που αφορά την ανάγκη προάσπισης της ειρήνης, της αγάπης και της αλληλεγγύης. Ένα έργο το οποίο αναδεικνύει τόσο την ιστορική παρουσία του Ορθόδοξου Ελληνισμού σε αυτήν την πολύπαθη γη, με φάρο το Πατριαρχείο Ιεροσολύμων, όσο όμως και τον σύγχρονο διπλωματικό ρόλο της Ελλάδας στην προώθηση αυτών των πανανθρώπινων αξιών, στην προώθηση της ειρήνης, του διαθρησκευτικού διαλόγου, της συμφιλίωσης και της συνεργασίας στην ευρύτερη περιοχή, αλλά και την παγκόσμια εμβέλεια, και αυτό θέλω να το τονίσω, που έχουν σήμερα τόσο το επιστημονικό δυναμικό της χώρας μας, όσο όμως και τα εκπαιδευτικά ιδρύματα της χώρας μας. Το Εθνικό Μετσόβιο Πολυτεχνείο, υπό την επιστημονική εποπτεία της κυρίας Μοροπούλου, πετέλεσε έργο αληθινά ιστορικό και σήμερα αισθάνομαι διπλά περήφανος, τόσο εκπροσωπώντας την ελληνική πολιτεία που συνέβαλε σε αυτό, όσο όμως και ως απόφοιτος του Εθνικού Μετσόβιου Πολυτεχνείου, που έχω σήμερα την χαρά να βλέπω μετά από πολύ καιρό δασκάλους μου και καθηγητές μου που συνέβαλαν σε αυτό το έργο. Πρόκειται, και δεν αποτελεί υπερβολή, για μια μελέτη πρωτοποριακή που αποδεικνύει το σημαντικό ρόλο του Πολυτεχνείου στη διεθνή επιστημονική κοινότητα. Υπό την ηγεσία του μακαριωτάτου Πατριάρχη Θεόφιλου Τρίτου και με την αγαστή συνεργασία βεβαίως όλων των χριστιανικών κοινοτήτων, έγινε πράξη αυτό το σπουδαίο εγχείρημα για την προστασία ενός μοναδικού μνημείου της παγκόσμιας πολιτιστικής μας κληρονομιάς. Πριν από μια εβδομάδα είχα τη χαρά να υποδεχθώ στο Μέγαρο Μαξίμου στην Αθήνα τον Πατριάρχη Θεόφιλο και με ενημέρωσε ότι η προσπάθεια αυτή θα έχει συνέχεια και ότι έχει ήδη εκπονηθεί η μελέτη της συνολικής συντήρησης του Ιερού Ναού της Αναστάσεως. Και θα ήθελα με την ευκαιρία να δηλώσω ότι και σε αυτή την προσπάθεια η ελληνική πολιτεία θα συνεχίσει να βρίσκεται αρρωγός και να συμβάλλει σε αυτή την ιστορική σημασία της. Είναι άλλωστε γνωστό, φίλες και φίλοι, κυρίες και κύριοι, ότι οι Έλληνες φροντίσαμε από αιώνες τον Παναγιου. Όπως άλλωστε δηλώνει και το επίγραμμα στο Καθολικό, οι αναστήσαντες μεν το Ορθόδοξο γένος Ρωμαίου. Τότε ο Μυτιληναίος Κάλφας Κομνηνός, τώρα η επιστημονική ομάδα του Εθνικού Μετσόβιου Πολυτεχνείου. Επιτρέψτε μου λοιπόν να συγχαρώ όλους όσοι συμμετείχαν με τον ένα άλλο τρόπο στην επιτυχημένη ολοκλήρωση του έργου συντήρησης και αποκατάστασης του Κουβουκλιου του Παναγιου Ταφου, ένα έργο, επαναλαμβάνω, πρόκληση για όλους μας, προκειμένου να μπορέσουμε να διατηρήσουμε αλόβητο εις τους αιώνες των αιώνων ένα ιστορικό μνημείο και ένα κορυφαίο σύμβολο της χριστιανοσύνης. Το σημερινό έργο αναδεικνύει, και κλείνω με αυτό, ότι ο καλύτερος τρόπος να προστατεύσουμε ένα μνημείο τόσο μεγάλης σημασίας, αλλά και τις οικουμενικές αξίες που πρεσβεύει, είναι η βέλτιστη εφαρμογή των πιο προηγμένων μεθόδων της επιστήμης και της τεχνολογίας, μα πάνω απ' όλα είναι το όραμα. Πάνω απ' όλα είναι η βούληση των ανθρώπων. Και όταν το όραμα και η βούληση συμπαρατάσσονται με την πίστη και την αποφασιστικότητα των ανθρώπων και δι της επιστημονικής κοινότητας από τη μια πλευρά και της ορθόδοξης πίστης από την άλλη, του Πατριαρχείου, έχουμε το καλύτερο αποτέλεσμα, σαν αυτό που όλοι θαυμάσαμε πριν από λίγο. Σας ευχαριστώ λοιπόν θερμά και αισθάνομαι ιδιαίτερα ευτυχής και περήφανος και ως Πρωθυπουργός, αλλά και ως απόβητος του Μετσόβιου Πολυτεχνείου που είμαι σήμερα εδώ και έχω τη χαρά να βρίσκομαι σε μια ιστορική σημασία Τελετη.
We would like to express our heartfelt thanks to anybody who attended this ceremony, and we are asking kindly for your patience a little more, because His Beatitude, our Patriarch, decided to inaugurate some persons very important to our Patriarchate, very helpful, and to, with this way, to express our gratitude also to them. We are asking Mr. Sirkival Savidis to come here to be proclaimed as inaugurated as the ambassador of our patriarchate to Eastern countries.
I met him here as a pilgrim. I didn't know him. And he has been a great benefactor and sponsor for the education, especially for the Holy Sepulchre. He's been committed, and now I have to declare him ambassador. So if you allow us to just read a few lines. Patriarchal letter. We, Theophilus III, Patriarch of Jerusalem, appoint Mr. Ivan Savidis, who is the great commander of the Order of the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, as the spiritual ambassador of the Patriarchate of Jerusalem for Eastern Europe and the Russian-speaking world. In this capacity and in continuation of the commitment he has long demonstrated, Mr. Ivan Savidis will defend and make known the legitimate rights and privileges of the Patriarchate in the Holy Land and discuss the open of holy places, and reach out to Russian Orthodox Christians, congregations and communities and all people of Europe. In acknowledgement, therefore, of the beneficial work and devotion of Mr. Ivan Savidis, the Patriarchate of Jerusalem, and in particular, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, we express our deep gratitude and bestow our blessings on him in this aforementioned mission, which is vital for the support of the Mother Church. We continue to pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for his protection and guidance, with our patriarchal blessings and best wishes. In front of all of us.
And now we are asking the most helpful person from Aegean who helped us very, very much to complete this work with their efforts to be closer.
He continues. And so the least we could do is just to honor him with the cross of the Holy Sepulchre. With the Aegean Alliance is familiar with the Blue Book because there is an article devoted about restoration works. It's very interesting.
Θεόφιλος ο τρίτος Πατριάρχης της Αγίας Πόλεως Ιερουσαλήμ και πάσης Παλαιστίνης, αναγορεύουμε τον εγκυμότατο κύριο Θεόδωρο Βασιλάκη, πρόεδρον της Αιγαία, ανώτερον ταξιάρχη του Τάγματος των Ορθοδόξων Παραδοχών του Παναγιου Ταφου, και απονέμουμε αυτό των οικείων σταυρών, χρυσούν σταυρών με τα στέματος Στεφάνης και Αστέρου, σε επιβράβευση της ευσεβίας και ενίσχυση της προς τον Πανάγιον Τάφου την Αγιωτάτη Μητέρα των Εκκλησιών, ευλαβούς αυτού διαθέσεων. Εις πίστοσιν τούτων δέδοτε το πατριαρχικό τούτο επί βραβευτήριον γράμμα εν τη Αγία Πόλη Ιερουσαλήμ τη 22η μηνός Μαρτίου του 17ου Σωτηρίου έτους του Ιερουσαλήμ ο Θεός.
Mr. Euthymios Vasilakis will receive his father's inauguration. So it's now it's his turn.
Πατριάρχης της Αγίας Πόλεως Ιερουσαλήμ και πάσης Παλαιστίνης, αναγορεύομαι τον εντιμότατο κύριο Ευτύχιον Βασιλάκη, αντιπρόεδρο της Αιγεία, ταξιάρχη του τάγματος των Ορθοδόξων Σταυροφόρων του Παναγιου Ταφου και απονέμουμε αυτό των οικείων σταυρών, χρυσού σταυρών μεταστέματος και στεφάνης. Εις επιβράβευση της ευσεβίας και ενίσχυση στο προς το Πανάγιον Τάφο και την Αγιωτάτη Μητέρα των Εκκλησιών ευλαβούς αυτού διαθέσεως. Εις πίστοση τούτων δέδοτε το πατριαρχικόν τούτο επιβραβευτήριον γράμμα εν τη Αγία Πόλη Ιερουσαλήμ τη 22η μηνός Μαρτίου του 17ου Σωτηρίου έτους, του Ιεροσολύμα Θεόπουλου.
It's the honor to would like now to honor the last person, who is Mr. Georgios Bourabanidis. And I'm asking the professors to come closer, please. Mr. Gores, Mr. Georgopoulos, Mr. Spirakos, and Mr. Mouzakis. Please approach.
Found in the editor, and it's a big honor for us, and it's a token of appreciation, the least we could do.
Πολλές ευχαριστίες και πολλές ευχές. Όλα τα καλά. Και να έχετε τη δύναμη. Όλη τη δύναμη που αφήνετε. Ξέρουμε πόσο δύναμη χρειάζεστε. Να την έχετε. Best wishes for everything, for all good things, and the force necessary to continue the work, this hard work.
Μουσικά μιλάς, τον διακό.